Yay Networks.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. It's a podcast, and I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans. My husband, Alan Evans, is back to co-host this podcast.
A train in the house.
Took a little mini break so my best friend since fifth grade, Tommy Jean, could sit in. I went back and listened to it. I'm really sorry the audio levels were bad. Tommy Jean was way quieter than me. She's not used to being on the radio, and I'm not used to working the board that Alan usually works, so I'm sorry about that. But I still think it was a fun podcast.
I saw rave reviews. I have not listened to the entire episode. I've seen highlight clips. I've heard lots
Who
of
gave highlight clips?
your own social media.
Sin or me?
Well, A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
Sin did it?
Well, she did, but your own social media posted it today.
On Kellie Raz? I did?
No, on A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, it's
Yeah.
our podcast social media.
Yeah, I need to post some
Do you
stuff on
follow
Kellie
it?
Raspberry.
Do you follow it?
I haven't really been on Instagram
You
a
were
lot
tagged
today.
too, so did you share it?
I haven't been on Instagram really today
Okay.
that much.
All right.
I'll go do it today. I'll do it right after we record this podcast.
Well, anyway, it was a really great episode. I saw a lot of very positive comments, and I started to wonder, would I be missed?
Well,
If I just got up and disappeared like a fart in a tornado today, would I be missed?
some people would miss you, but Tommy Jean, you know, she was like just a breath of fresh air.
A whole different energy.
A
is
different
what
energy.
I saw a whole different energy.
She's very calming. She
Yes.
makes me very happy.
Right.
She, and I've been having a rough time lately, and now I'm doing this podcast with not one, but like 3 canker sores in my mouth. And I'm in pain, but I'm here. I'm here with you, honey.
Yeah, and
I'm
I'm
here with you.
Well, we'll get into all of this, but number one, I'm lucky I'm right here right now.
Very lucky Alan's here.
Number two, we will compare and contrast a podcast with Tommy Jean to a podcast with Alan, and that led to a clapback.
Did?
Yeah, it
I don't think
it
so.
sure did. So we have a clapback this week.
He's getting worse at the clapbacks, y'all, because they're not
It was a
clapbacks.
clapback.
Me agreeing with the statement you make is not a clapback. I just want to clarify that.
I would disagree because I think that if I said something derogatory towards myself, you would say, instead of agreeing, you would say, "Oh no, babe, no, I disagree. I think you're wonderful."
Okay. I'll try that for a change. I'll try that. You know, I was looking, it's kind of funny. I get pitched a lot of things, because I'm on the Kid Craddock morning show.
National Syndicated Dime.
And I don't know why they think I am in charge of booking people. I don't know how. I think it's left over from when I used to do the public service show, the PSA show that's required by the FCC that you have to do.
Amen.
But I got this one today. They want to know if we want to talk to a matrimonial law attorney who's available for interviews. And the pitch was, new study reveals couples who meet online are destined for divorce.
Oh, no.
I was like, wait a minute. Alan and I met online.
Couples who met online
are destined for divorce.
And
And that's the way so many people meet nowadays.
well, what do you explain the 50% of all couples who get divorced before there was online
I don't
dating?
know.
What do you attribute that to?
But the pitch, and they go through a whole bunch of sample questions. We could have her on if you want, but the pitch says more relationships begin from dating apps than ever before. But a new survey says those couples are more likely to part ways with a divorce. According to a new report from the Marriage Foundation, a couple that met online through dating apps or other forms are 6 times more likely to divorce than couples who met through friends or family. The research included following, I think this was written poorly. The research included following 2,000 married couples and found 12% had a chance of getting divorced in the first year of marriage. So we've already beaten the odds.
Ah, shit, we beaten the odds.
But anyway, I thought that was kind of funny.
Hmm.
We should probably have more guests on the show. Just us not flapping our canker-covered gums all the time.
Oh, just flapping them in the wind.
Yeah.
And you know what? What else? Another thing we're going to do on this podcast?
What?
We're going to pull it back. We're going to pull back the kimono. We're going to reveal all.
Mm-hmm.
A text message exchange between one Kellie Raspberry Evans and one Walter A. Evans. First thing this morning, I will give you a sampling of the type of communication that is transmitted and received between Kelly, Raspberry, Evans, and myself. The types of things we text each other in the morning. And
I don't remember what we even said.
And you can see how sensitive she is.
I usually try because I'm up way earlier than everybody, right? And so I'll be at work and I'll have something that pops in my head. I'm like, oh, I've got to ask Alan this. But I try, and I'm just so focused on getting the answer to my question that sometimes I forget to say, good morning, honey. I love you. And I just kind of dive right in. Is that what happened today? Because I don't remember.
No, that's not what happened today, but we can talk about what happened today here in just a second.
We will talk about it. You know, we're starting to get our Christmas list together because everybody's kind of panicked about shipping and things. And I want to tell you a little bit. Alan's parents, his mom and his dad sent out the the request for our Christmas gifts. And I'm going to tell you something about that in just a second. But I'll tell you what should be on everybody's gift giving list this year, something that you will absolutely love: Raycon wireless earbuds.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you, we have a box right here. I love these things. I've been kind of hesitant to get any earbuds at all, but then Raycon just makes it all so simple, and it's a lot less expensive than some of the other earbuds out there on the market. They've got seamless Bluetooth pairing, a comfortable noise isolating fit. You can start listening right away, keep listening for hours. I love that Raycon offers 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life. There's nothing more frustrating than putting your earbuds in and they're dead again. I love how long the battery lasts. The audio quality is what's really amazing as well, compared to what you get from other premium brands, except Raycon starts at half the price. The new everyday earbuds that we're telling you about, they come with 3 new sound profiles to make sure everything you're listening to sounds its best with just the right amount of bass. I don't like a lot of bass. That's not my thing. But they have these 3 modes. The pure mode, that's great for podcast listening if you like to listen to the blues or instrumentals. They have the balanced mode, that's also good for podcast listening, or like Alan who likes rock or heavy metal. And then if you are into bass, they have the bass mode, that's great for hip hop, EDM, reggae, and things like that. There's also a built-in mic so you can take calls on your earbuds with the press of a button. It's just a great gift for the holiday season. Get everyone on your list something they can use, and get a pair for yourself. Trust me, you are going to love them and you're going to want to use them every day.
And you should go to buyraycon.com/sandwich today to unlock exclusive deals up to 20% off your Raycon order. But hurry, this offer is available for a limited time only, and you don't want to miss it. That's buyraycon.com/sandwich to unlock up to 20% off your Raycons. Buyraycon.com/sandwich.
And it's BUY in case you were kind of wondering that it's BUY.
Well, what would be the alternative?
BY or BYE, but it's BUY. BUY, because you want to buy them.
Or BI?
All right, so I've gotten, the kids are so hard to get to pin down to what they want for Christmas, right? Raycon earbuds are definitely on it. But Cole, our 13-year-old, asked for a football, gift cards to Chick-fil-A.
Like a Pee-wee football, right?
A Pee-wee football. When I hear Pee-wee, it sounds small. He said, no, it's actually bigger than the one he has.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think he has like a mini. He wants a Pee-wee.
He wants a Pee-wee. And he wants gift cards to Chick-fil-A and V-Bucks.
Fortnite.
I'm like, come on, dude. You got to give me more.
He's pretty simple.
He's very simple, but I'm going to be telling all these different family members, grandparents, aunts, and uncles. And I'm like, I got to spread this out over a bunch of people.
But then we complain when we say the kids are opening too many things.
I know, but I need them to give me more options. It's quantity of requests.
Okay.
Dylan is into these poppet things.
Yeah.
Poppet fidget things. And then he wants a big pencil. That's all he wants.
That's all he asked for? A big pencil?
And I'm like,
no fishing stuff?
Oh, yeah. And fishing lures.
Oh, so and he wanted those the sweatshirts with the thumb holes.
You told me not to give them to him for Christmas. You said Dylan
No,
doesn't
I said
want...
give him 2 and we'll save 2 for Santa Claus.
All right. And McKelly's list is out the wazoo. She's not an issue. Alan just give me gift cards and stuff like that. That's fine. And I'm still working on my list. But my sister-in-law, Alan's sister, sent the list today of what the kids want. And they asked for that. One of the kids wants the throw burrito game.
No.
I said,
no, don't
just
do
take
it.
ours.
Don't do it.
I wrote her back separately. I said, take ours.
Horrible.
We played it once. We will never play it again.
It'll end in crying, hard feelings.
JC, I believe it was on the Kid
My
Craddock morning
man.
show, is the one that told
That's
me
just
how much
indicated.
fun throw burrito is.
Not so
and I
much.
bought it during COVID or whatever. We played it one time and there were tears.
Yes.
I was offended.
Yes.
It was not great.
Dylan was crying.
Yes.
He was laughing and then he was crying.
And then he was crying.
Yeah.
So I told her, you can have our throw burrito.
I was horrified.
And then another that she's asking for, Alan went through this phase when we were both doing a weight loss program together where he was doing all the cooking. You were doing all of it, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
he
I
was really good at it. And he was trying, when you're eating, lean and you're eating clean, but you want flavor.
Flavor, yes, because you like lots of flavor.
So Alan wanted all these little kitchen gadgets because he was going to do all these things. And one of the things he wanted was a garlic press and a garlic mincer.
God, I haven't used those things.
You've
I've
never
even picked the dang things up.
them.
Don't be giving away my garlic press and mincer.
She asked for a garlic mincer.
Well, don't be giving her mine.
You've never used
She can
it.
get Santa Claus to bring her one. Don't give mine away.
But it's like everything she's asking for. I'm like, just take ours.
No.
Just take ours. We're not using this
Well,
stuff.
okay, hold on. Back up. If she does take ours, will this free up some storage that we're always having a problem with?
Don't start on the storage thing again, Alan. Don't start. What have
I'll
you
start.
Okay, what have you stuck? I have not
I'll
put
start.
one thing in the media room cabinets because
Good.
you pitched such a fit. What have you put up there?
I did pitch a fit, like a little like a
You
baby,
did.
like a
You
baby.
did.
I sat on my bottom on the floor and with my fists clenched and kind of waved my arms and went, "No!" It was an adult baby fit.
An adult version of that he
Yes,
did.
it was an adult
I'm glad you
baby
admit
fit.
it. But it would be, I guess, a good place to hide Christmas presents because nobody goes up there.
You know, we have a refrigerator up there, dime, in the
I
media
know.
room.
And there's nothing in it.
Why don't we ever keep like water or anything?
Anything. It's just wasted space. But Alan's like, kitchen stuff doesn't belong upstairs.
It doesn't.
But
It doesn't.
I try to tell him, ladies, have my back here. Message him and let him know
Yeah.
he is wrong.
Right.
Because when there are certain times of year, Christmas, for instance, when you need that one big serving dish. You don't need it 364 other days of the year, but you need it when you need it. And you don't need to keep it taking up a lot of valuable kitchen prime property. So you put it, you know how many people store kitchen stuff in their guest room closets and things like that? That's where you put stuff that you only use once a year.
Good.
Why can't you understand that?
Good, strong, sweet, clean listener. Let me tell you a little secret about Evans Manor. Here at Evans Manor, we have a staircase. And like a lot of houses that have staircases, beneath the staircase is a walk-in storage area.
It's just hollow and deep.
Hollow, long, and deep.
And it also slants.
Yes.
So in order to get to the back, you have to get down on your hands and knees to crawl
Understand,
back there.
understand. But that's about 20 feet away. I mean, this is a big storage area. And I would say it's 25% occupied. And what's screwing it up is that we have a coat rack in there of all these winter coats.
It's a garment rack. It's a very long garment rack.
Yeah, that neither one of us wears very often.
We do when it's cold.
And it's sucking up all the space in there.
Okay, you want to go through and get rid of some coats?
I did. I gave a bunch of them away.
And
Remember,
how many
I
are
gave
still
them to
left?
your nephews.
We should do a fashion show of all of our coats
That'd be
and
a
do
funny
that on
bit.
social media.
That'd be a funny bit.
And let the audience decide what we have to
Yeah,
keep or
we
get
should.
rid of.
We should. Because I got
I'm
a lot
telling
of,
you, it's crazy.
I got a lot of those 3/4 length coats that were big in the 90s.
Can't get rid of them because they're good coats,
Those are
right?
good coats. Banana Republic.
So that's what we're dealing with. I don't know how we got off on that. Oh, yeah, because I want to give away Throw Burrito. Let me tell you, if anybody's asking for Throw Burrito, only if you don't like them, give them that gift because it's terrible.
Yeah, I agree.
It's crying and awful. And if they come on as a sponsor of the podcast, I will change my mind on that.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to. We've talked about this
think
like
they
2
will
or
after
3
that.
times about how it caused a rift in our family.
How is throwing things at people? I mean, it's like dodgeball sort of, but you are hurling these they're like foam rubber kind of things, burritos.
And I didn't
they're made
think
of
they
like
were
foamy rubber.
I didn't think they were particularly soft either.
And you just haul off and
Yeah.
pummel somebody with it.
Right.
And if it hit, and Dylan was really laughing and funny when he was the one throwing until he got hit. Game over.
Game over.
All right. So there's that. That's our little tip for you.
Okay.
Do you want to get into the text exchange? What do you want to get
We
into
can do the
right
text
now?
exchange. So this segment is called a peep into the life of Kelly Raspberry Evans and one Walter Evans in the morning. I usually text Kelly, I'd say 9 out of 10 times in the morning. I text you first and just
Yeah, because I don't want to wake you.
well that and it's just kind of a ritual. It's just kind of what I do, right?
Used to be.
It might used to be. I'll
when
go back right here.
I was just say used to be when we were courting.
Mhm.
We'd call each other as soon as I got off the air. You would sing to me and leave me sing. You remember when you used to leave me singing voicemails and things like that?
For the life of me,
Not that one.
I cannot remember.
It wasn't that one.
Okay. So I text Kelly this morning, and I think I kind of waited a while. It was almost 9 o'clock by the time I texted you. I got up early because I took Emma Kelly to school. But I was watching a little bit of the news, and there were some gubernatorial. Why is it gubernatorial? Why isn't it governatorial?
I don't know.
Why is it gubernatorial?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, there were some gubernatorial races, and I guess the losing sides were going nuts.
Well, as always.
Yeah, when your side loses, you go nuts. you
Yeah.
know. So
There's weeping and wailing.
yeah, okay. So I text Kelly, and I was watching the news. So I said, "Morning, my love." I said, "Heads are exploding this morning as bad as I was after 3 helpings of your chili."
Oh, now I remember.
Kelly made chili last night, and I couldn't stuff enough of it into my pie hole. I mean, it was great.
I'm so happy.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Babe, thank
Yes,
you.
It was great chili.
Brief aside, because I don't follow really a recipe with chili. I just throw a bunch of crap in
It's
there.
different every time. I will say
different
that.
every time.
Yeah.
It always has meat in it. It always has onions in it. And then the rest, I'm just like, what do I have in the pantry? And I didn't have some of the things I normally put in there. So I just kept doctoring it. I put jalapenos in there. And then I had some crushed tomatoes that also had some jalapenos in there. And I kept adding chili seasoning. And I kept saying, Alan, this is not going to be a good batch. It's not going to be a good batch. He ate and ate and ate on it.
I was hungry.
But he also said it was delicious.
I ate 3 bowls.
I'm so happy.
Okay, so that's why I said, "Morning, my love. Heads are exploding this morning on the news as bad as I was after 3 helpings of your chili."
There's a lot of jalapenos and onions.
Yeah. Kelly says, "Oh no, is your tummy okay? Or was it the 2 bags of chips and all the candy you polished off last night? You left your trash everywhere. You were like a little scavenger. Love you." Okay, so after Kelly went to bed, true, I ate 2 bags of kettle chips, and I had a Fat Allen moment. I dug into Dylan's Halloween candy.
So when I woke up this morning, because it's dark in the house. I just come out to get a bottle of water, something, to eat at work. And I come out, every cabinet in the kitchen is wide open, all the pantries, because he'd been rummaging. And on the counter are 2 cleaned out empty bags of potato chips.
I was hungry.
And the garbage can is pulled out. We have one of those that pulls out from the cabinet, and it was just stacked with empty candy wrappers. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Okay, so
that's the way you left it and went to bed.
So I was tired. So imagine
So I cleaned the kitchen before I left for work this morning.
3 bowls of chili, and then I decided, you know what? That's not enough. I think I'll have some kettle chips. And you know what? That's not enough. I think I'll have some candy. And babe, I ate a full-size Snickers. I ate Reese's peanut butter cups. I had a couple of Almond Joys.
You ate my Almond Joys?
I think there was an Almond Joy I ate, and then I washed that down with Dr. Pepper Zero cream soda
vanilla. Cream soda?
Yeah. Okay. So that's what my diet consisted of after about 7 p.m. last
And your
night.
stomach was upset.
Yeah. So I was having some issues. So Kelly says, "Oh no, is your tummy okay? Or was it the 2 bags of chips and all the candy you polished off? You were like a little scavenger last night. Love you." And I said, "Babe." And then Kelly says, "There are Tums in the pantry and Maalox in the bottom of the fridge door."
Yeah, if you're going to drink Pepto-Bismol or Maalox, little tip, keep it in the fridge. It's a lot easier to go down.
And then at the time Kelly texted me this, I actually had to run to the bathroom. So I said, "I'm running to the bathroom as we speak." And then Kelly texts me, one word, Maalox. Okay. So as I'm perched on my throne doing a little paperwork, I text Kelly.
I don't know why he's telling you all this.
Well, this segment is called Peek Behind the Kimono. I say, "Zoe won't even come in here. She's by the fire."
Yeah, Zoe always likes to sit at Alan's. You know how dogs are. When
Well,
you go to
usually
the
she comes
bathroom.
in while I'm going to the bathroom.
Yeah, that dogs do that. They just want to be right there with you when you're going to the bathroom. It was so bad the dog wouldn't go in there.
Right. And then I, for whatever reason, texted Kelly, "Sounds like an Orville Redenbacher air popper in here." Then Kelly texted me, "I've never wanted you more." That's kind of a clapback.
That would be a clapback.
Yeah, that's kind of a clapback. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Because if I called you and said, "Honey, I'm on the toilet right now. Everything's exploding and it sounds like a bag of microwave popcorn going off," would you want to hear that from your sweet, clean wife?
Yeah, but you're a sweet lady. You're not supposed to talk about such things.
No.
About the hounds of hell that come out of your backside.
No. But he's all mine, ladies.
Yep. Everybody stay
all
away.
Mine.
Everybody stay away to this hunk of burning love.
But tonight, Alan had, I told him, I said, "I'm trying to go through everything we have in the freezer and cook it." Because we eat out way too much. So last night I made a big pot of chili because it was cold and rainy.
Yeah.
And same thing all day today. Cold and rainy.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I want the sun to come out, but I like it. I like the first few cold, wet days. But anyway, I made some Italian sausage, and that was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was pretty good. Turned out pretty
Italian
good.
sausage.
Italian sausage with spicy mustard. And Kelly made a can of green beans. That was easy. And
pot of rice.
And then pot of rice. Good dinner.
Good.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow night I'm going to do paella, and I don't.
What's gotten into Kelly?
I'm just trying to. Well, maybe I won't because we have the boys tomorrow. They might not eat that, and it's not a recipe. You go to if you have a Trader Joe's, if you're lucky enough to have a Trader Joe's, they have some really great frozen meals that you can just they have like an orange mandarin chicken or something you can throw in there, put in some rice, and it's done. And I used to think back. I was talking to my mom about it because I always remember she always had dinner for us every night. We didn't go out. Going out to eat was a luxury when I was growing up, and it's become the opposite. Eating at home now is the luxury, don't you think? And I was asking her about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I said, "I don't know how you did it, how you always came up with all these menus and stuff." She said, "Kelly, half the time it was a Stouffer's frozen lasagna entree. And a can of green beans, like that kind of stuff." She said, "You didn't know because you weren't in there watching me do it. It's just that I just put something on the table for you." So it's not about, it doesn't have to be from scratch every time. And I think once I realized that, it took a lot of the pressure off on me.
Yeah.
To have to make this magnificent gourmet meal every night.
Speaking of eating out, we're doing the podcast here in our auditorium, and we have a big technological screen in front of us where we can see messages from our live studio audience. One of our live studio audience members wants to know, how is the eating out tab coming along? The end of the year is rapidly approaching. On other podcasts we've talked about how we get at the end of the year a statement from
it breaks down how many meals you eat out.
Yeah, in our 2000, what year are we in? 21.
It's 21 now.
Our 2020, which was mostly COVID year, right? And there was a lot of takeout. Not as much eating out.
Oh, it's going to be horrible.
Okay, our eating out tab was 5 figures. Okay, 5 figures.
It's going to be that again.
5 freaking figures. And when I say that, don't say, "Oh, it was about $10,000." No, it was more than that.
Why are you telling that?
I'm just saying.
We look horrible. But I have friends.
We are horrible.
I have friends that eat 0 meals at home. They eat out every single meal.
Mm-hmm.
And they just, did the math on it and they said, it was just about as cost effective. And she didn't like cooking.
We eat out.
We eat out a lot.
Almost every meal.
We eat out a lot.
Okay, what I have today? Breakfast, Starbucks. Lunch, Big Al's. Dinner, here. Okay, so 2 out of 3 meals I ate out.
I ate lunch and dinner here. JC treated us all to breakfast
My
from
man.
the deli this morning.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't spend any money out today. So I feel good about that.
Big Al's restaurant, good food.
Really? What'd you get?
Yeah.
Al had to go to Waxahachie today where Vanilla Ice performed the other night because his tattoo artist moved over just a few doors down from Big Al's bar. And you ate?
Yeah, I had some time just to grab a quick bite.
Did you get Big Al's balls?
No, I didn't get Big Al's balls. I got the bartender
Fried macaroni and cheese balls.
The bartendress she pointed out a marketing promotion that they were having, and I bid on that. She said, order 6 wings, get like 6 free boneless wings or something.
Oh.
I was like, oh gosh, okay. Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I'll do that. And I said, does it come with fries? She said, no. I said, okay, I'm gonna order fries. She brought, it was this gigantic platter of wings with celery, carrots, blue cheese, and all this stuff. And then this equally as large platter of fries.
Wow.
So I was stuffing my face with that. And then Al came strutting in about halfway through, and he came up behind me. He goes, mm-hmm. Why was he going, mm-hmm?
I don't know.
Why was he doing that? It was kind of like, why was he?
Maybe he was admiring how you could pack it away
Yeah.
after all you ate the night before.
He just came up behind me. He was going, mm-hmm. I didn't
know.
even know it was him. I'm like, oh, hey, Al. And we were talking, and he goes, do you remember anything about that night at Vanilla Ice? And I was like,
that's why I was saying,
yeah. I was like, no, not really. He goes, yeah, I was saying, yeah, you better watch out, look for Kelly or make sure Kelly gets back on the bus or something. And I said something like, yeah, okay. And then
You didn't.
I just did.
Alan.
You had Tommy Jean.
I
Tommy
had Tommy
Jean was
Jean.
there.
Alan wasn't worried about me
No.
one bit.
Tommy Jean was there.
I don't even know if he knew I didn't know where he was. I'll be honest. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
I was crowd surfing.
That's one thing Alan and I don't need when we're out, and that's each other.
Babe, that's a clapback.
You go one way, and you got your tongue sticking in everybody's ears and hair and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just over there trying to sing Mr. Brightside.
Yeah.
And it works for us.
Our friends text me pictures the next day, and then I get a picture of me with my tongue in Andrea Dowling Gullage's hair, and then I get
and it's so evil. You look
Yes,
so evil
I
when
do.
you're doing it. I don't like that.
I do. And then I get another picture of our sweet, sweet friend, Melissa Hecht, and I've got my tongue on her face.
I don't like that.
And then I get another picture from our very, very sweet friend, Sarah, and then I'm actually kissing Sarah on the cheek with her husband right behind me.
Oh, my.
But he's like giving me the, like smile sign. He's like thumbs up, smiling.
Sarah got more action than I did that night.
Yeah, and I think I passed out after that. No, I did. I forgot. I didn't tell this because I didn't do the last podcast. I passed out when we got back. I don't remember the bus ride home.
I don't either.
Like, I get back, somehow get off the bus, somehow get to my bedroom, our bedroom. I passed out in a bedazzled Ed Hardy shirt with my jeans on, but my shoes were off.
That's good.
My hat was off.
Yeah, you were all wrapped up in like the coverlet.
My jewelry was off, but I did have a bedazzled Ed Hardy and jeans on.
Yeah, that was a good night, wasn't it? What you remember?
It's a good night.
I'll tell you what. 2021 has been a memorable year. It's been a better year too, but what we still realize, a hangover from 2020, is that nobody has time for uncomfortable shoes. And that's where Rothy's comes in.
Rothy's.
The number one word that all of Rothy's customers use when they describe their shoes, you ask them, just give us one word to describe Rothy's. And comfortable comes out time and time again. also super cute and stylish, but comfortable reigns supreme. And what makes Rothy so insanely comfortable the moment you put them on is their unique seamless designs. And Rothy's fan favorite styles are available in tons of shapes and colors for every occasion. You can dress them up, you can dress them down, and they're sustainably made with recycled materials like plastic water bottles. And I love that they're fully machine washable, so you can just toss them in when you need a quick refresh. They've got the best-selling round and pointed toe flats. That's where it all started for me, was the pointed toe flat. I think it's so chic and classic. You can wear it with a big full skirt, pedal pushers, looks great with really anything. And now they've got the cute sneakers. They've got sandals, loafers. Sandals, probably we're going to worry about that in the spring, but loafers. And they're all just wonderful and perfect. They're always adding new colors and designs. They've got spacious washable bags now for carrying around all your essentials. Nothing says fall like soft plush merino wool, you guys. And for the third year in a row, Rothy's is launching an exclusive autumn collection featuring washable merino wool styles. I didn't think that was possible. They're incredibly comfortable, cozy, 100% machine washable. Plus, they come in a variety of colors, patterns, and styles. Now, and the good news also for guys, we couldn't say this for a while, but Rothy shoes are not just for women anymore. Rothy's now sells men's sneakers, men's driving loafers. We know how Alan feels about driving loafers. Love those. And Rothy's men line features the same level of craftsmanship as Rothy's women's line. Durable, washable, better for the planet, rigorously tested for the perfect fit. Wash after wash.
And to help you welcome the fall season in style, Rothy's is doing something special. That's right. They gave us the chance to share this super rare opportunity with our listeners, but it's only for a limited time. So right now, you can get $20 off your first purchase at rothys.com/sandwich. That's Rothys, ROTHYS.com/sandwich. Head to rothys.com/sandwich to find your new favorites today.
Tell you, a lot of people collect Rothys. They have like a Rothy's wardrobe.
I collect Ed Hardy shirts.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can do that with Rothys too. All right.
I collect Harley Davidson Christmas ornaments.
So do you want to tell about what happened today or no?
I will. Well, it's,
Okay.
What is a pedal pusher?
They're like crop pants, sort of like what's the word?
Like
crop pants,
like
I guess.
capris?
Like capris, yeah, sort of like that. All right, so where was I? I was leaving work today, and I had to record the Love Letters to Kelly podcast. Please check it out.
Love letters to Kelly.
I do that with Robert Ehrman. I had to cut some commercials.
Stop talking.
And Alan called, and I didn't want to. I wanted to pick up, but I was finishing up a conversation with El Presidente.
How'd it go?
It was fine. We were just, catching up on some things. He's got a trip to New York and all that stuff coming up.
Hey, Kelly.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
this is Sean Nunn. People call me El Presidente.
Yeah.
Is this how I sound?
It's pretty good. Pretty close.
Right. Hey, I'm going to New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're going to do a skit, you got to talk.
Well, I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Okay, well.
Have fun in New York.
Okay, thank you, Kelly.
I don't know. So anyway, I'm finishing up with him, but I didn't want to let Alan go to voicemail. So I pick it up and say, hey, honey, hang on just a second. And so I hold the phone down. I'm just saying, okay, well, blah, blah, blah. All right, I'll see you later. No big deal. Okay, bye. And then I start walking out. I'm just taking my own sweet time. What were you on hold for? About 20 seconds, maybe, right? It wasn't that bad.
No, not that long.
I'm like, okay, hey, honey. And then this happened.
Well, I called Kelly and I said, hey, I've been in a serious car accident. And she goes, no, really? And I said, yeah, I'm not joking. I was just in a serious car accident. I said, I'm okay. I'm fine. The person that I was in the accident with, he's fine. We're both fine.
But his voice, still had that adrenaline in it, so it's kind of that nervous kind of sound.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
We were both fine. But
How long after it happened did you call me? How much time had passed?
10 minutes.
Okay.
10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I don't know. It happened so fast. I was going on the southbound on the tollway, going to my tattoo appointment, and it's been raining here for the last couple of days. So it was raining. It was wet, and the traffic wasn't moving full speed. It was going about 50 miles an hour down the tollway, and I was in the middle lane, and then I was following a car. It was maybe 2 or 3 car lengths in front of me. And there's all of a sudden the traffic stops and the taillights come on. I can see a bunch of taillights coming on, and I hit my brakes. I stood on the brakes, and my truck is pretty big and heavy, and it's wet, and I'm standing on the brakes, and I can feel the ABS going da 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 da. It doesn't want to skid, but it's not stopping me very fast, And I had enough time to look at that car in front of me, and I'm like, I'm going to hit that car. I am going to hit that dang car.
Fast.
Going pretty fast. So I had enough time to kind of think about, okay, I'm going to either just plow into this car, or I'm going to swerve into the lane next to me. But what I didn't have time to do was look over my shoulder, see if anybody was there. So I just swerved into the lane, to the right lane. And unfortunately, there was a truck there. It was a big truck. It was a Ford F-250, if any of you know what one of those is. It's like a really big truck. So he hits me, and then my truck went into the cement
barrier.
Yeah, the barrier or the wall or whatever. And so he hit me first, and then it kind of spun around, and then I hit the cement barrier. And thank God, we didn't hit anybody else. It was just he and I. He hits me, I avoided the car in front of me, and then I hit the wall. And then I was like, shit, this thing is I'm not going to be able to drive out of here. And I just put it back in drive, and I can see him in my rearview mirror. He wasn't happy, and I wouldn't have been either, because he's going down the road. Then all of a sudden a truck pulls in front of him. Yeah. But it drove, and nothing felt wrong with it when I was driving. But we pulled over, and then I said, hey, man, I am really sorry. I had to swerve because I was going to hit this guy in front of me, because he goes, yeah, I didn't think you saw that over that hill there was a wreck. And I said, I couldn't see it. I didn't see it. All I could see was he stopped right in the middle of the tollway. And that's the last thing you think someone's going to do, is just stop, on the tollway, especially when you're going 50 miles an hour.
Yeah. And
I just didn't have time to stop. I didn't have time to react, I guess. So he was really nice, actually, and we exchanged information. But my truck is really messed up.
Yeah.
And his is not as messed up.
Didn't he say that he looked like you were going to flip? He thought you were going to flip?
He said, I'm glad I didn't flip you, because when he hit me, I kind of went up like that, and then it went back down on 2 wheels, and then I hit the cement barrier. But I'm fine. I feel totally fine, and I don't think I'm going to have any problems either, because I was telling Kelly, it was really weird. He hit me pretty hard, and then I hit the wall pretty hard, but it's like the truck absorbed all the energy. It was everything was really soft inside. I don't know if it's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah. Did it feel like it was going in slow motion too? I know a lot of times people say that.
Well, I don't know about that.
You become hyper aware that things are of what's happening.
It all happened really fast. I just saw the guy in front of me. I hit the brakes. I can hear the ABS going da 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 da. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to stop. I swerve, and then I hear it, bam, and then I get hit, and then I go back down on 2 wheels, bam, and then I go into the wall. But as all that's going on, I'm not even getting thrashed around that bad. I'm just kind of in there. I let go of the wheel, and I'm just kind of.
Is that the right thing to do? I don't know.
Well. It was more of a reaction. I just kind of
instinct.
I just let go of it. And then once I was back down on the ground, I grabbed it and then spun the wheel to the left, because my car was sideways. I was trying to get back straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You were skidding sideways at that point.
Yeah. So
that's scary. Scary stuff.
So anyway, that's what happened.
And Alan, of course, is just kicking himself about it. I was like, you know what? Nobody got hurt. And that is the only thing that matters. Stuff can be replaced. You got insurance. That's what it's for.
It's just so stupid, because I could see the cars in front of me stopping, but then, you think the traffic's going to keep going. It stopped.
It didn't slow down. It just stopped.
It didn't slow down. It just went from moving to stop. And I'm like, whoa, 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 and then I hit the brakes. I was like, oh my gosh. So anyway, nobody got hurt.
Motorcycle. Ooh.
Well, it was in the rain too, and that was another reason that it took so long to stop. But I was telling Kelly, I said, I could have just plowed into the guy in front of me, but he was in a little car.
I think that would have been so much worse.
And then the airbags would have gone off, and then my truck would have been totaled. So I think they can fix. It's pretty much scraped and dented all the way from the front, like where the headlight is, all the way to the back, like to the rear wheel.
Stuff's missing. Stuff fell off.
Oh, there's a fender. What do you call it?
The cover that goes over the wheel or something.
Fender trim that I saw it on the tollway somewhere. But and then I pulled over and we exchanged information, and then
so many wrecks today. You were just one of them.
And then I called Kelly.
Were you that guy? Were you the guys that were holding up traffic, or were y'all able to get
off?
We
didn't hold up traffic. I mean,
you never want to be that guy either.
Yeah. As soon as I realized what had happened, I'm like, oh crap. I put it in drive, and then I was able to. And we got there was an exit right there, fortunately, and we got right off the tollway and pulled into a parking lot. And again, the guy I met, he was really nice. He said, he goes,
is he an older guy?
No, he wasn't an older guy. He was a younger guy. Probably maybe a little younger than me. But I said, the first thing I said was, are you okay? And he goes, yeah. He said, are you okay? And I said, yeah. I said, I had to avoid that guy in front of me, and I'm really sorry. He said, I could tell you were going to come out in front of me, but I couldn't stop either in time, so.
I'm just glad everybody's okay. It could have
sucks.
had just an awful start to your day.
Yeah, but again, nobody got hurt. But then I called Kelly and told her what happened. She goes, are you going to still go to your tattoo appointment? And I'm like, yeah, I'm still going to go to my tattoo appointment. Yeah. I said, the truck is drivable. And I said, I'll just call our agent and tell him what happened, and they'll take it from here.
Yeah. And Allen did get his sleeve finished, so he is done with that.
Yeah.
And for those that were all just on pins and needles, and Allen has let me know he's not done.
Yeah, I don't know what is going to be next, though. So I'm not
real. You were leaning towards chest.
A chest? Yeah.
I swear, I thought you'd go back before chest.
Well, that's a commitment there, babe.
And chest isn't?
Well, chest is, but back, boy, that takes a long time to finish that up.
Were you going to do one entire back piece? You don't have to do a whole back piece.
Well, you don't put a little tiny tattoo on your back.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, not me. If I'm going to do a back piece, I'm going all in, man. I'm going to do the whole thing.
Oh, mercy. All right. Well.
No, I don't know. I mean, I talked to Carl about it. I said, I'd like to see you again. I just don't know when and what. So I said, I'll need some time to think about it.
You need to get a tattoo to commemorate your surviving this this bad experience.
Yeah. I've really been very lucky. There's only one other car wreck as an adult I've been in. And that one wasn't my fault. This one kind of was my fault. The other one wasn't my fault. This guy just pulled out in front of me and sideswiped me. And that was a hit and run. I never got paid for that one.
Oh, no.
I had to pay for my own damage on that one.
Sucks.
And then there was one other when I was a kid. My dad and I were in an accident, and somebody hit us, and we spun completely around.
Oh, my goodness.
In his old, I think it was an Impala.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when I was little.
I've only been in some fender benders, thankfully, knock wood.
Yeah.
This is real wood, isn't it?
Yeah.
The desk that I destroyed.
Yeah.
You know what? If you listen to our show for just the littlest while, I absolutely love playing Best Fiends. In my
Fiends?
In my humble but very correct opinion, it's the best match 3 style game by far. The rest, they're just the same game with different color schemes. So you can stop crushing that same old candy. I don't do that anymore. And try a puzzle game with something that's got something fresh to offer. Because with Best Fiends, not only are you playing through an actual storyline, which is fun, it's just playing. It's not. There's something to follow along with. You've got the good guys, the little fiends, and you've got the not so good guys, the slugs that you're trying to defeat every time you get to a new level.
What about the cute characters?
The cute characters are the little fiends. Best Fiends.
Best Fiends.
Yes, that's why that's called that. And your fiends start out as like these little wee, teeny, tiny baby versions of themselves. And the more you play, the more fiends join your team. And then you can keep adding and they get more and more powerful. So they start with these cute little wee babies, but they get bigger and stronger. And they have even more power to help you defeat these increasingly challenging puzzles as you progress through the game. I love that there is a challenge to it. It's not super easy, because if it was so easy, you'd get bored. There's enough challenge there to keep you coming back. It's got a lot of action-packed adventure and brain-boosting puzzles, because that's really important. November is Alzheimer's Awareness Month.
Oh, wow.
And
I
they
didn't
say
know that.
playing games like this is really good to keep your brain stimulated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying this is not, I'm not prescribing Best Fiends for that. I'm like, but hey, it wouldn't hurt. And I'm really doing great. I'm almost to level 1,000. And Best Fiends, though, has thousands more levels. So I'm never going to run out, and they keep adding them all the time. So there's always a fresh challenge waiting for me when I need a little mental pick-me-up.
And you should download Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's Friends without the R. Best Fiends. Get it, babe. Kill them slugs.
Yes. Listener of the show, Michael Miklos. I know that's not his real last name. He goes by that online, and now I don't know what his real name is anymore.
I thought it was Michael James. No?
Is that it?
I don't know.
Michael James, but that's his middle name. That's
no,
not his last name.
he's Michael Melkos.
Not real. It's Miklos.
I thought it was Melkos.
He said, Kelly, I've heard you talk about this enough. I'm finally going to do it. I'm going to download Best Fiends without the R, Best Fiends. I'm like, good for you, Michael.
There you
Got
go.
a ways to go to catch up to me, buddy. Anyway.
Best Fiends.
Best Fiends.
What else we got? You got anything? I know I got something.
So tell everybody real quickly, I know you weren't here on the last podcast because Tommy Jean was here. Do you have any insight into our relationship that you thought stands out or anything? What do you think about Tommy Jean? Out of all my friends,
love Tommy Jean. She's very Tommy Jean is chill.
Chill.
Tommy Jean is mellow. If there's one word I could use to describe Tommy Jean, it would be mellow.
Yeah.
She's very mellow. She's very calming. She has a calming effect.
It's true. The minute she walks in a room,
Yeah.
it's just like this peace comes over you.
Yeah, just the way she talks and kind of the way she carries herself and just her personality.
She's such a lady.
She's very chill, very, very, very nice lady.
You like me better when she's around too, right? I'm a better version of myself when she's around. A lot of people say that you bring out the best in me too, honey, but doesn't Tommy Jean bring out the best in me? You can also bring out the worst in me though. Why do I keep punching you?
Why are you hitting me?
I don't know. I keep punching him. Anyway.
No, I think she I think she does. You seem to be very happy the whole time she was here.
Well, I'm telling you, my hormones are just all over the place. And I don't know that I shared this on the pod. No, I didn't share this on the podcast because she left after we recorded it. Duh. Anyway, we both were like, Tommy G was here. We were eating out all the time, drinking and all this stuff. And I said, we both said the day we leave, we're going back home, and she's back in South Carolina, I'm here. We're going to just have to do a cleanse. We're just going to eat like lots of vegetables and fruit and drink tons of water. And so I said, okay. So I said, I need to have that moment where I get right with myself and stand on the scale, because I have been eating like a crazy person. But if I go on a diet and I lose weight, I'll be like so mad at myself if I didn't make a mark of where I started. I got on that scale and I am down 10 pounds because it's my hormones are crazy.
I was looking, when you told me that, I was thinking, yeah, that makes sense, because you kept talking about how you felt like you were way overweight, and I don't know what you weigh. Kelly doesn't tell me what she weighs, and that's fine. I don't want to know. I don't particularly care.
But my face got really bloated.
But she kept
my
talking.
Pants.
Yeah, she kept talking about how big she felt, but then I kept looking at her. I'm like, I wasn't seeing it. And you always have real skinny legs too.
Yeah.
I always say you have real skinny legs, and so I wasn't really seeing this big weight gain. So when you told me, oh, I'm down 10 pounds, it totally made sense to me. Like, I thought, okay, yeah, you look like you don't look overweight, I guess is what I'm saying.
It's just
I'm not communicating this very well.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just everything is crazy, and I'm finally, and a lot of women are reaching out to me in my DMs. Are like, please let us know what you find out. I'm like, I don't even know. I have a pre-appointment. This apparent hormone guru that does telemedicine, because she lives like 3 hours away from me. She's so swamped, I can't even get in with her unless I'm willing to pay top dollar. I'm like, you know what? I still got my limits.
Oh, like Larry at the dog dermatologist, top dollar?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that.
Well, let's save that for the next podcast. So anyway, I have to go to her like clone. They swear to me that she's her right hand, that you might as well be meeting with her. This is her clone. I'm like, okay. But I still have to do a pre-meeting with somebody else before I can even get to her. And that's not happening until next Wednesday. So she's going to just talk to me about all my symptoms, what I'm going through. And then they're going to order some blood work for me. Mm-hmm. So what I thought I should do before that, I've just stopped taking everything. Because, I was taking some over-the-counter stuff that I thought was helping a little bit until it wasn't. And so I want to go with a clean, here's me in my natural state with no medications or over-the-counter hormone helpers or anything. So that's going to be next week. But I'll keep everybody posted because a lot of women are going through this and it sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm going to come through it the other side because my friend that went to this hormone guru was like, my life has changed. And I'm like, she's just doing great and looks great. So I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. Larry, on the other hand, our dog Larry. Not doing so great.
Larry.
Let's get into that the next podcast.
Okay.
Because we've talked a lot.
We'll get into his bacterial fungus and all the things he has.
Yeah, very appetizing stuff. So stay tuned.
Well, we're not going to just yogurt out on that, are we? Should I bring it home for Jerome with a Kelly's clapback?
I thought we already had it with the text messages.
We had a clapback.
All right. I think the other one he already did in the text messages was better than this.
And
go ahead.
And it kind of ties a nice bow around Tommy Jean's visit. And,
okay.
All that. So, from time to time, we'll do a segment called Kelly Claps Back. And the way this was born was because on this podcast, I have an undeserved reputation for giving Kelly a hard time. And I see these messages you send me. I see them on the social medias. I see them in my DMs. I see them in my emails. And they go something like this. Alan, I've been listening to Kelly since 1862. Let me tell you something. You're giving me heartburn right now. The way you talk to my sweet Kelly on that podcast. You can't talk to her like that.
Thank y'all for sticking up for me.
It's hurting my heart. You need to be nice to her.
Yeah. I'm going through the change.
But if you heard the way Kelly talks to me in this house.
Hormones.
You would be horrified.
Horrified.
You would be mortified.
Mortified.
And therein lies this bit we call Kelly Claps Back. This version has to do with our sweet friend Tommy Jean. So Kelly and I decided to go get some pho at our favorite pho place. It was Kelly's idea. She wanted to go on a lunch date.
First cold, rainy day. Let's go get some pho.
Let's go blow $36 more eating out. So we
it wasn't that much.
We roll on over to Kaifeng?
Kaifeng, I think it's called.
Kaifeng?
Kaifeng, I think.
So we roll on over there on a cold, rainy day and are slurping down our pho. And after we finish our pho...
Man, I had it doctored up just right, too. I had all them sauces and stuff. Oh, it was so good.
So after we're finishing our pho, I'm making some conversation with my sweet wife. I say, Allen says, "Hey, babe, did Tommy Jean have a good time?" Kelly, "Yes, she did. She had a great time. Tommy Jean has this she's so good and just has this sedative effect on me. She's so calming. She's just good for me. She made me feel really good." Allen, "Yeah, I have the opposite effect, I guess. I just make people really nervous and on edge." Kelly, without hesitating, "True."
How is that a Kelly claps back? That is not a Kelly claps back.
But why wouldn't you support me versus...
I was supporting you by agreeing with you. I was affirming that your statement was true.
I don't really make people nervous and on edge, do I?
Well, I don't know. I'm not walking around sticking tongues in their hair while their husbands are taking the pictures.
Yeah, and ask my sister that same question.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, we have another podcast in the books, honey. What number is this? I don't even know. How many podcasts?
Sin Galvan, what number is this?
What number is this?
Or
Sin
Andrea
Galvan?
Dowling Gullidge, you're our secretary. What number is it? I think it's like 371.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a lot.
Well, I'll say it's a lot when we get to 500 if we get that far.
What are we going to do to celebrate 500?
We need to do something for real, like have a party or something.
Well, we're having that, podcast family get together, the pre-holiday meetup. That's happening really soon. Saturday, November 13th, starting at 6 p.m. Central Time because it's in Dallas, Texas, at Oak Barbecue. And there's no cost to get in, but we're not we're on a budget, so y'all can buy food and drinks that night. There will be some special things offered, and Alan and I have been accumulating some fun prizes that we're gonna, we're not gonna make you jump through hoops and do competitions or anything. Just get a little raffle ticket, and then I'll be giving some fun things away.
How do they get a raffle ticket?
When you show up.
Oh, you just get one.
Yeah, when you come, you get a raffle ticket.
Oh, so for just coming to the event, you have a chance to win fabulous prizes.
Yes, just for being there. And you get to see everybody that maybe you have gotten to know through the chat room on YouTube or just through social media. See some old friends, make some new ones. It's really fun how our podcast family has become friends.
Oh, yeah, they vacation together.
So that's Saturday, November 13th. And if you want more details, about where Oaked Barbecue is and all that, Alan set up an event. You can go to the A Sandwiches and Lovin' Facebook page, and over to the left, there's like a thing that says upcoming events, right?
Yeah.
And then a lot of people
events, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people are planning to get together around that. Some people are coming in and getting hotel rooms and things like that, and meeting ahead of time to go to lunch or brunch or whatever. That's great. I love that.
Do you know today was National Sandwich Day?
I did. They told me that, yeah.
Who told you?
Anna, every morning. You're asleep, so you don't know. But Anna on
Ana
our
Castillos?
show. Anna Castillejos.
Castillejos.
She does whatever national things are today. And today was National Sandwich Day. By the time you listen to this podcast, it will be the day after National Sandwich Day.
We have a sandwich named after our podcast.
At Oaked Barbecue.
At Oaked Barbecue.
It's called A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
Yes.
I'm going to get that the next time I go.
It has sausage.
And
it
pulled
has
pork barbecue.
Pulled pork.
Slaw
on an artisan bun.
So good.
Not just a regular bun, an artisan bun.
So good.
It was developed by Kelly Raspberry Evans, Chef Mike, and one Walter Evans. Might have had a little input on that.
A little.
I got to pick the color of the little flag that goes in it, I think.
You did.
Which was going to be pink. So,
yeah, that's it.
All right, babe.
All right. So thank y'all for joining us for another podcast.
Yeah, that was fun. This was fun, babe.
And after that horrible day, it's good to end on a positive note.
Well, it can, when bad things happen to you, it can always be worse. It can.
Yeah.
It can always be worse. So I'm trying to look on the bright side. Trying to be Mr. Brightside. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
But I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.